Okay, so the thing that's been making its rounds around the internet for the past week or so is 21 Savage and a ton of other rappers saying, fuck the streets. Here's the thing about that. I believe it's performative. This year has not been the best year for mainstream hip hop music, specifically the trap genre, with each of its biggest artists dropping all time turds. UI Scuddy being an absolute disappointment, Jack Boys 2 feeling dry and uninspired, and Lil Baby's album Wham feeling like the most basic album that we could have possibly gotten this year. And for the first time in a long time, actually, hip-hop wouldn't be on the charts this year. Young Thug even emphasized how hip-hop was in a weird place after the Kendrick and Drake beef.
I feel like I always wanted to do this type of music, and then I feel like rap is in like a weird like space right now, because it's just saying like everybody beefing, and then it's just like some of the biggest, two of the biggest artists in the world, like Clash, and a lot of like the fucking ripple effect that came.
Now, here's the reason why it's in a weird place. This beef reminded people exactly why they love hip-hop in the first place. People have remembered that they actually want substance again, not just another generic trap album. This might be glazed to some people, but the song Watch the Party Die by Kendrick that was released earlier this year encapsulates perfectly what's going on in the hip-hop world. Major artists are not seeing the same success as years prior, and many people are starting to feel it in their pockets, which is starting this movement called F the Streets. Now, as I've said earlier, F the Streets is extremely performative. Why do I say it's performative? These people are only saying this because their albums are not doing well, and because their albums are not doing well, they want to kind of tap into the, I'm over being in the streets now. I'm over this. I'm over that. We need to move into a new direction. Okay, so you're going to continue to make murder music, but try to push positivity on your social media platforms? How does that exactly work? And the major problem is that amidst all of this chaos and the destruction, if you guys remember Young Thug being accused of shooting up Wayne's tour bus nearly a decade ago, pretty much a decade ago, and renaming the album from Carter 6 to Barter 6. If you remember all of that, you remember the Rico with Thug and Gunna, and pretty much every artist, specifically in Atlanta, that has gone through some significant hardship or change that could have fundamentally changed the entire atmosphere and scene of the Atlanta rap scene during its time, and that would be something that would be a profound effect that would be something felt to this very day. And the problem is at no point in time did these people go, you know what, instead of trying to shoot at tour buses and, still deciding to slide on people, maybe we should say F the streets and focus on pushing positivity. Because at the end of the day, negativity sells. I mean, that's kind of the harsh truth when it comes down to media in general. People are more attracted to the negativity than they are positivity, because it's in our nature to want to find things that are, once again, outrageous, something that's out of the ordinary. And a lot of the time, negativity sometimes can be out of the ordinary. It can be outside of our daily mundane life cycles. We are currently experiencing at this moment is a culture shift. There are two types of underground. That's what I've found out in my journey of listening to music throughout this entire year, which you guys will be getting a best and worst songs of 2025, by the way. Two types of underground hip-hop. There's the lyrical kind, the kind that many people are once again turning back to, and you also have the post-rage experimental kind. The genre is undergoing an intense reset that plenty of people are not necessarily ready for. Remember, folks, trap dominated the hip-hop world for over a decade, with both DS2 and Rodeo being two of the biggest albums of that year, launching the trap subgenre into the atmosphere. And over the course of time, it's been commercialized to death, with the sound being significantly watered down, to the point to where it feels as though it's a bar to entry. Anyone can do it. If y'all feel somewhat different, please sound off in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, especially comment for the algorithm. and stay snazzy, folks. Merry Christmas.